اللهم صل على محمد ومحمد وعجل فرجهم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب زدني علما وارزقني فهما. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم كن وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. So today, based on the request that we've received yesterday to go over the makhraj of the letter DHAAD, we are going to see the difference between the makhraj of the letter DHAAD and the makhraj of the letter DAL today. These two letters are similar sounding letters. DAL is a heavy sounding letter and the DHAAD is a light letter. The DHAAD is the heavy sounding letter, DAL is a light letter. So let's explain this again. So we've done this in the second lesson of the Tajweed classes. We've talked of the letter DHAAD briefly when we were doing the similar sounding letters. The letter DHAAD has to be pronounced with your side of your diagram, the blue part. So the side of your tongue at the back should be touching your molar teeth gum line. Be touching the side of the gum line near your molar teeth. So if you place your tongue there, because you have to do two things for pronouncing the letter DHAAD. So can you do the first placement, please, of making the both sides of this? I find it easier to use both sides of your tongue. So make both sides of your tongue touch the roof of your mouth where the gum line is of your molar and premolar teeth. Now the second thing that you must do is the tip of your tongue should be touching the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth where that ridge is. Can you feel the ridge? Now make your tongue lightly, the tip of your tongue lightly touch. And now we can say DHAAD. The letter DHAAD has to be pronounced. That's right, yes. If you stay on mute and all of you practice, and then when we will have the practice questions, that's when we can unmute and you can recite some words. So it has to be recited slowly, and the DHAAD is one of the huruf al-isti'la, so you have to fill your mouth with its sound. DHAAD. You must understand the two placements of your tongue. So I'm going to go over it once more. The sides of your tongue must touch the roof of your mouth, the gum line of your molar and premolar teeth, while the tip of your tongue should be behind your teeth, touching the ridge. Can you feel that ridge behind your teeth? Should be lightly touching it there, not completely pressed against it, lightly touching it. And then you fill your mouth with the sound of DHAAD, and you extend its sound. DHAAD. I will tell you the difference between DHAAD and DAL. For the DAL, your tongue, the tip of your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth where the ridge is, but this time the sides of your teeth of your tongue are not touching your gum line of the teeth. So the sides of your tongue for the DAL will not be touching the roof of your mouth. Only you will be using the tip of your tongue, and it will be touching the roof of your mouth behind your teeth where the ridge is. And you will kind of smile and say DAL. For the DHAAD, you create a heavy sound. And for the DAL, you smile and sound without using the sign. So let's practice this sentence from Surah Al-Fatiha. غير المغضوب. مغضوب. I'm using the sides of my tongue and the tip of my tongue and creating a heavy sound behind my teeth. مغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Don't mix it don't say maghdubi. Maghdubi and dhalin is incorrect. Can somebody tell me why? I've explained the placing of the tongue. So when I said maghdubi and dhalin, what mistake have I made? Who has picked out the mistake saying maghdubi and maghdubi? Yes, Sister Asi.
I think the tongue is not touching on top of the mouth, the roof of the mouth.
So
They're
for
touching the front teeth, side teeth as well.
ahsanti, which are the makharij that we did yesterday.
Just give me the door, please.
Sorry?
Sorry.
So you're absolutely right, yes. So maghdubi, I brought my tongue so forward and I placed it between my teeth, which is not the makhraj of the letter DHAAD. We've just explained that for the DHAAD, the tip of my tongue will be behind my teeth, touching that ridge at the roof of my mouth. But when I said maghdubi, you clearly can see my tongue has come so forward and has come between my teeth, which is of the letter dha, this dha. So like this one, that's dha, where I'd use the tongue between my teeth. And this is dhal, which are the two letters that we did yesterday. So waladhalin and waladhalin, correct way. Okay. Would somebody like to recite غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين? Would someone like to?
May I?
Yes, yes, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
MashaAllah, ahsanti, that was really good. Would anyone else like to recite? It's an important makhraj to get right. We have to recite it in our salah every single day in Surah Al-Fatiha. So would anybody else
Can I
like?
do it?
Yes, please, go ahead.
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
MashaAllah, ahsanti. It looks like everybody has understood the placement of the tongue for the letter Dad nicely. Ahsanti. And who would like to recite?
Can I have a go, please?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Thank you. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Did you all recite غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين the same way before, or you've learned?
I think it's helped me a little bit as well. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else who would like to have a go at reciting this before we move on to the next slide?
Sister, may I have a try, please? Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
जी غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
So Sister Shireen, you have brought your tongue forward and you placed it between your teeth. I don't know if you felt it or not, but your tongue was between your teeth because the sound that you made was of the letter dha, where the tongue is between the teeth. Now try move your tongue back. Teeth. Can you feel that ridge? Can you feel the ridge that's behind our teeth? There is a ridge behind our teeth.
Yes.
Roof of my mouth. The front of the tip of your tongue should be placed there very lightly. Before you place your tongue there, though, you have to make sure that the sides of your tongue, like the blue diagram, at the back of your mouth have to be touching the molar on the top. So first place your tongue for that. So first make the sides of your tongue touch your gum line at the top.
Okay.
And place the tongue on the ridge behind your teeth. And then say maghdubi and dhalin. Just focus on these two words. Maghdubi. Go ahead.
Okay. مغضوب
Again,
عليهم ولا الضالين.
where did you feel your tongue, sister? Say it.
I think my tip of the tongue was behind the teeth, On the roof?
Okay, can you place it there? Can you place it there? And then
Okay.
start from there. Say ضالين. Place your tongue.
Zalin.
You are
Zalin.
ضالين. So can you say dal, like say dal.
Zal.
Okay.
Okay, I'll practice later. It's fine.
Please, you need. Yes, I think it helps to see somebody's mouth. Sometimes we struggle in understanding just by listening to the sound. Ahsanti. Let's go on to the next slide. So we have more practice words here. So I have mixed up some of the makharij that we did yesterday of the letter tha, dal, dha, the two that we've done today, dad and dal. So who would like to recite the first line?
Bismillah. Shall I try it?
Please, sister, go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. كذب.
So you've extended the ba fatha for so long. كذب.
كذب. آثرنا.
So yeah.
يأخذ.
Okay.
يدعو.
يدعو. So the ain is a short letter. You have to make sure that you say it quickly. يدعو.
يدعو.
أحسنتي بارك الله فيك. Okay. Who would like to say the next line?
May I go, please?
Yes, please.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. تحدث يظن no, I did that wrong. ضالا دابة.
Very good. Ahsanti. And I like how you consciously stop for the letter dad, because a lot of the times when we're reciting the Holy Quran, we have to consciously and just think about the placement of our tongue and ensure that we are reciting it correctly. It's when we're learning. Then once we are used to it, it will come naturally to us.
I've always had problems with the dot, so this has really helped me. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. It's just remembering where to place your tongue. Who would like to recite the next line, please?
Assalamu alaikum. May I? Please?
Yes, go ahead.
صوب يكذب تحاضون رادوك.
Ahsanti, mashallah. All the makharij sounded perfect. Ahsanti. Who would like to recite the next line, please?
Can I try, please?
Please go ahead.
زوجت كذبت.
MashaAllah, that was good because you didn't get confused with the and the dal. Usually we say kazzabat, right? But it should be kadzabat. Ahsanti, you remember from yesterday. Next letter.
ظانين. ظالين.
So dha, create a heavy sound. Replace your.
ضالين.
Don't let your tongue come between your teeth. Let your tongue stay behind, touching the roof of your mouth at the ridge. The ridge that we have behind our teeth. The tip of your tongue has to be there. Can't come forward from there. And then you fill your mouth with the sound of dad and say ضالين.
ضالين.
Very good.
Anyone else who would like to recite?
Thank you.
Anyone else who would like to recite? We can reread the slides. Just to
May I?
get. Yes, please go ahead. You can choose which line you want to. The one that you.
كذب أثرنا يحض no يحض
Good.
يدعو.
Ahsanti. Anyone else? Would you like to recite the next line as well?
If you say it, then I will.
Yes, go ahead.
تحدث يظن ضالا دابة.
Ahsanti, mashallah. Anyone else who would like to recite? That was excellent.
Sister, may I try?
Please go ahead.
Ji, Bismillah. صوب يكذب
Very good.
تهاذون.
So dad, remember this is the letter that we're doing today. So your tongue cannot come where your teeth are. It has to stay way behind your teeth. The tip of the tongue has to be lightly touching the ridge that's behind our teeth, while the sides of our tongue have to be touching our gum line at the top of the mouth, and then our tongue would be turned to create a heavy sound. Tahaduna. So the tongue has to be touching lightly the ridge of our that's behind the teeth. Only lightly. It can't come more forward than that. Focus on the sides of your tongue at the back, but don't make the tip of your tongue come any forward than that ridge that's on the roof of our mouth. Tahaduna.
Okay. تهاذون.
Ahsanti, much better.
رادك.
Remember the rule of the letter Ra, and the dal was light. Very good. Excellent. Would you like to recite the next line too?
جي. زوجت.
Good.
كذبت. ظالين. ظالين.
Think about the placement of the dad. I'm not going to help you now. Take a moment, because sometimes we have to consciously take a moment and place our tongue and then say the difficult letter.
ظالين.
So you're making the sound Z, which tells me that your tongue is touching your teeth. If you slow down, you'll feel your tongue touching your teeth. Move your tongue behind. ضالين.
ظالين.
Much better, Fenty. You need to practice a little bit more for the letter dad when it's at the start of the word, because you recited it fine when it was in the middle of the word. Anyone else who would like to recite? Everybody has had a go. Nobody else wants to recite. So if I ask you to practice Surah Al-Waqi'ah, please, because in Surah Al-Waqi'ah at the beginning, we have the letter Dal, and then in the middle, we have the letter Dad, right next to the letter Dal, which has to be recited with a qalqala. And inshallah, tomorrow's lesson, we will go through Surah Al-Waqi'ah. I'll give you time to practice today, tonight, and apply the makharij in your own time. And then tomorrow we will go through it in the class, inshallah. Are there any questions before we end the lesson? Okay, so inshallah, I will see you all tomorrow.
Can I just ask a question quickly, please? Sorry.
Yes, please, go ahead.
You know, you concentrate on the dal over here, on the fatha and the dhamma. How would you say dad with kasra? Because I always find that bit difficult.
Here, but so it would be di. So I know it takes a bit of force, but then dad, you have to fill your mouth with the air of the letter dad. It kind of blocks the sound. So you have to block the sound with your tongue, di, and let the sound force come through. So the let's try it. Let's just do a dad kasra.
Okay, dui.
That's it. Well done. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
So you have to force the sound through. You will be inclined, the tongue is inclined to block the sound, and you are forcing the sound. And that's
Thank you.
so again, your sides of touching the top molar teeth, the gum line, and the front of your tongue will be blocking the sound, and that force is going to give the heavy sound. Li.
Li. Li.
You're reciting it fine. We just have to apply in some words. I'll find some words with dad kasra tomorrow, and we will inshallah go through Surah Al-Waqi'ah. Got a lot of the makharij that we've done so far. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.